Movie stars. Hi, everybody. Anthony Chow. I'm the director of the School of Information here at San Jose State. We are so delighted to kind of bring you this mixed reality tour. Alfredo Alcantar is actually wearing the device, and Alfredo is going to say hi. Second, this gentleman here, you want to introduce yourself?
Hey folks, Martin Flores. I am a graduate of fall 2023 with my master's in library and information sciences.
Martin, you're going to spend the day with Martin because Martin is going to show by this device, a wearable device called the HoloLens 2, his experience. I'm going to give him a personal tour, and along with all of you. And then Martin's also going to go to the reception where he will show you all of the fun that we're having at the reception. And then most importantly, Martin is going to take you to his actual commencement. So you're going to see and experience commencement from Martin's firsthand view. So Martin, we really appreciate you giving this to them. Dan, introduce him.
Hi, everybody. I'm Dr. Dan Nathan Roberts. I'm an associate professor here, and I'm working in the iSchool. Love it. I was also in the engineering school. I teach usability, human factors, and user experience.
Excellent. And then basically, both Dan and Alfredo, who again you'll see in just a second, are helping me with the Library Technology Integration Lab, where we use this kind of technology, we play with this kind of technology, and then teach how to use that technology. So without further ado, we'll put it on Martin, right?
Actually, I'll hold on to it, and then I'll let you, Dan, and Marvin get to have that personal tour. So I'll be your cinematographer today.
Marvin. All right, so let's start with, so as Alfredo showed you, this is the 4th floor elevators. The iSchool's physical presence is much smaller than it used to be. And you want to turn this way, Alfredo. So this is where our suite starts. So basically, if you look on the right side, this is where all our staff are. And then if we look down the left corridor there, Alfredo, this is where also some of our supplies, our ply room, faculty and staff. And don't keep going. And so look down this way, again, more faculty and staff. So as you can imagine, or as you would imagine, there are less faculty now located in our building. So our faculty are spread across the entire United States, but we still have a few. And Dan here is actually going to be starting our first face-to-face program in a while, starting fall 2025. Right?
That's right.
Yeah, it'll be a hybrid bachelor's in information science and data analytics. So, all right. So here's again continuing down our hall. So for you students that are watching, we always have poster sessions at our big conferences. So at the American Library Association happening in San Diego, if you do a poster session, your posters will end up on the wall. We change that every semester. So again, if you're interested in becoming a celebrity, do submit a poster for our ALA conference, and your poster will end up on the wall for a semester. So this is the Hall of Wisdom. So here's where the magic happens. So we'll start with, I don't know if they can even see the fan. You think they can see the, okay. So basically this is a hologram fan. So what we can do is the fan is spinning so quickly, it can produce a hologram, a visual hologram. And in this case, you can see School of Information hologram. So just like those of you that are viewing, the use of technology and the ability to organize and deliver information, experience information is just across the board. It's a really exciting time. And again, this is an attention getter, right? So if you have a table, or you're doing outreach, or you're doing an event, or we're thinking of using it for an art show as well. The bottom line is, this is just another way to experience information. So in fact, we plan on using this at a special art show featuring Ukraine children's artwork. And we're going to have some kind of display like this as part of the actual physical display. So again, an example of kind of mixing it together. This is our Little Free Library. So I'm actually vice president and on the board of Little Free Library. And so we have a strong relationship. We're also the sponsor of the Little Free Library mobile app. And Little Free Library book sharing boxes are really aligned to libraries and our mission as a school. Ultimately, what we do is we put our favorite books into this so that other people can take them for free, right? And so it's really a way of kind of sharing what you like. Maybe too many academic journals in here, but the bottom line is sharing what you like, bring it for free. So this grew up in kind of communities worldwide, but more and more now libraries are starting to use it as an outreach opportunity, where basically you can drop this into any neighborhood, right? Just load it up with books, right? And those books start to go to the homes, right? And so very exciting. All right, so here. So let's we can look on the back end of the fan here. So the reason I want to show this to you is because we have a wireless charging station. So it's called the POW key. But most of these now are solar, but the bottom line is there are no wires, right? So this is battery charged. It's down to one light. It's going to turn off soon. But the bottom line is this frees these kind of devices free you up so you can put technology anywhere you want, right? And so again, especially with solar, it's pretty much endless. So. All right, so probably the most important part of the iSchool is the coffee. So here's the coffee, and so we've got the Keurig, and then we have a Mr. Coffee with water. Let's see goodies here for and probably get a close up here, Alfredo, of the mail room and the fact that there are no print anything being delivered anymore, right? So if you ever wonder whether it's digital or print, it's digital, and again from a environmental friendly standpoint, right, it's great. I mean, we've got a copier here, but we hardly ever use it. By the way, here's what we have is two of these, where one's charging, one's running, that one goes out, then we put this one on. So, all right. Here's our reception area, and if you were here with us, you would get some swag. But at some point, I'm sure you'll come to one of our events. Definitely come to our conferences. We pride ourselves in having some of the best swag. So, all right, and then finally, let's see what else. So we have our faculty conference room, and come in here, Alfredo. So one of the things that we've done with our conference rooms is, again, you'll notice no wires. So here is the station. Basically, you can bring your tablet or your laptop, and you can pop it in here. We're going to give you a wireless mouse and a wireless keyboard, and then you can throw your screen onto the TV, right? And so again, flexibility is important, and less wires is important. A lot of wires there. So I don't know if anyone's used a whiteboard in years. So. Here's the wall of directors. So maybe you can get a close up of that. Let me get the light on here. Okay, so this is all the directors, and of course, it's important to kind of look back at your history. So Dr. Haycock is the one that started the online program in 2009, right? So Dr. Haycock started in 2009. Dr. Hirsch, under her fearless leadership for 10 years. Dr. Main was interim while they were searching, and I was fortunate enough to be selected. And so this is kind of the modern day history right here. Obviously, a lot of great leaders. All right, and then here's my office. No need to spend a lot of time in here, Alfredo. One of the other students said I need some decorations, which is true. This is kind of not me. I'm pretty certain, pun intended. And this is where I have a both show my poor attempt at exercise. So I do have a stand-up desk, and I do a lot of conference meetings here. Yeah, I wanted to show this because, again, we have a TV and we also have a physical device as well. And the reason why that's important is because we have both physical and also online meetings. This is the OWL. So if any of you are not familiar with the OWL is this amazing device that basically is all-in-one webcam, 360 degrees. So I could actually put it in the middle of the table and it actually can do video of anyone around the table, but it's also a speaker and a microphone, right? So this right here solves all the problems of hybrid meetings, which is why I love them. So this is called the OWL. So, all right, so that's pretty much the tour of our office spaces. Now let's go and look at our library technology integration. You want another tour? All right, so Alfredo, you want to take us down to, we're going to go to the library technology integration lab. So. Oh, yeah. Actually, come back here. I want to introduce you to one of our other faculty members, Dr. Yuli Gozar. Yuli, we're live streaming this. So, yeah.
Hello, everyone, and congratulations those of you who graduated today. It's a wonderful day. I'm so excited to be here and see my colleagues and see the space and see our school is really wonderful. And I teach core class, information communities. Some of you might have had me, and I also teach indigenous cultural institutions and libraries. If you graduate, good luck to everyone. And please keep in touch. I always say it. Please keep in touch because our community is growing and networking and just our family is growing. That's what I'm trying to say. Good luck and congrats.
Yes, and Yulia is an international leader in indigenous culture and studies. And Yulia and I just talked about doing work at the UN, right? Which we're planning for April. So stay tuned for that. Again, the iSchool is already international, but we're going even further, right? So yeah, so hopefully many of you might be part of that initiative, right? Once we get it off the ground.
Yes.
Yeah, hopefully. All right, so let's go to the Library Technology Integration Lab. Marvin, this is the first for you too, right?
This is the first time.
It's truly a tour. Yeah, we're having constant discussions with the university about the physical space. Yeah, we actually still do. We're mostly virtual, but we still need a little bit of physical space. Yeah. Better? Good. So what I was going to say is a part of what you'll notice is that we have less physical space, even though we're one of the largest schools of information and the largest master's in library information science program in the country. And the reason why I wanted to bring that up is because there's a constant conversation about how much physical space and also where your staff and faculty can work. So we're actually having quite a few arguments with the university system. Where can our staff work from? Where can our faculty work from? But the question we have to ask ourselves is, if we can do things virtually, do we really have to be here at base commute? And sorry if there's any university that, not having to commute to work. I mean, it saves you like an hour a day easy, right? Every single day. Right? So not to mention the cost of living. All right, so we have some of our technology here, and by chance we have Alfredo, all dressed up, clean shaven. This is our hologram device called the Spectra. And we really like holograms. So this is kind of the Star Wars technology, right? And then it really is getting to that point where now we can deliver video in 360 degrees. So, and Alfredo's always looking at you. But the mission of the Library Technology Integration Lab is to experiment with technology, also leverage the healthy budget that we have as a university to buy technology that most libraries can't afford, and to do some research and development, experiment with them, and then basically teach other libraries how to use them, and also how to offer programming with them. So this is the Moxie. So the Moxie is a social support robot, and so the Moxie actually imprints like a duckling on the first person that turns her on. And so we have not turned her on yet. This is just out of the box, and we are going to probably loan her to someone that has a child to kind of do a dry run to see how that relationship unfolds. But our thinking is that if it works out well, we might be able to then try it out at a library, right? Where we can basically have it keep turning on and print with a child for 3 weeks or whatever, and then come back and wipe it and start all over again. But it's it's a robot that's designed to develop relationships and build confidence in children. So we have devices here. We have the MetaQuest 2, which is virtual reality, and you'll see a lot of our virtual reality holdings on our Library Technology Creation website. This is already old, even though it's only 2 years old. And this is called virtual reality because when you put it on, you really can't see anything else but what's in the headset. So that's the MetaQuest 2. MetaQuest 3, hot off the press. As you can see now, you can see reality, right? So now, whereas the version 2 was what we call virtual reality, which is completely immersed, the MetaQuest 3 is now what we call mixed reality, which is both virtual reality and mixed reality, which basically means I can see you, I can see reality while also having a virtual reality layer, right? And so the versatility of this is very exciting. Merging it is very exciting. So another type of technology that we're working on is called living pop-ups. And so like a device like this, as well as with your own phone, we could put hotspots kind of like Pokemon Go, where basically I or the president or whatever can pop up in hotspots with your phone, right? And so, again, when you think about curation and educating people on historical artifacts, I mean, the sky's the limit in terms of what you can do, right? So you now just don't have to look at it, and don't have to read it. You can actually hear from the person, the artist, whatever, right? So it's just amazing.
Timmy, how does this compare to the HoloLens, which we're using now, compared to the MetaQuest 3?
Yeah. So the HoloLens 2 by Microsoft is, kind of, I think, probably the most famous mixed reality device. So you can see these are clear lenses, and Marvin's going to be wearing these again for graduation. So once you lift those up, you're in reality. Once you drop them down, now you have a digital overlay, right? So you're going to be able to see. He's going to be able to see, but he also is going to have the internet with him, and also the ability to live stream the whole thing through his perspective. So really, this is I don't know if they borrow from each other, but this MetaQuest 3 is a more advanced version of the HoloLens 2, right? And so I guess would be the best way to put it. And this is just a low-end robot. We don't have our advanced robots yet. We also don't have our drones, but we have a low-end drone and a high-end drone. Again, the mission of the LTI lab is to experiment with technology, organizing information, accessing information. Again, those of you online, I will make sure that you have the link to our Library Technology Creation Lab that has access to a lot more of our virtual reality worlds. So the last thing I would say is that we're heavily investing in what's called Mozilla Hubs. And I think probably, did you ever have a chance to play with Mozilla Hubs?
A little bit during the
Did you? Okay. So certainly my vision is by, I don't know, maybe next December, the majority of graduates will have a virtual reality resume, right? And so virtual reality is moved away from this, and now is browser-based, right? And so Mozilla Hubs can be, is one of the Mozilla company, it's one of the more famous browser-based virtual reality software environments. Basically, you can serve virtual reality now as a hyperlink, right? And so why would I want our students to have a virtual reality resume? Because as a reporter asked me, why virtual reality? Because 3D gives you 33% more information to organize, to sell yourself, to display. I mean, it is, what could you do with 33? If you had 30% more time to sell yourself to somebody, would you do it? Yeah, of course, right? And then on top of that, having been on so many interview panels, when you get that PDF resume, if you can also sort it up with a link to a virtual reality experience, it's going to put you way above all the other 50 CVs, right? So that's the other key too. But probably the last thing I would say is that by understanding this technology, you can teach this technology, right? So we're calling it digital literacy. And case in point, one of our interns worked for the police department in Los Angeles, and she did a lot of 360 work with the Ricoh. I forgot the Ricoh camera. The Ricoh camera is a 360 camera. Basically, you put it on a pedestal, and it basically whirls around the room and takes a 360 image. But anyway, our student worked for the police department in Los Angeles, and because of her work with the Ricoh, she started to think about how to use 360 video and photos for, archiving crime scenes, or, because the thing about these is not only does it archive it, but you can zoom in, you can change angles. Oh, and by the way, that's where the video is going to, right? So sooner than later, right now they're specialty cameras, but sooner than later, you're going to have 360 video camera as well, where again, you can move around the videos change. So anyway, it's just a great time to be a library information science professional. So we appreciate your time and attention. How are we doing? We're doing good. Are there any questions, or can we even field questions?
No questions in the chat that I could see.
Okay. All right. Great. Well, again, I'm Dr. Anthony Chow, and this is Marvin, who you're going to spend the day with. So the next time you see us, Marvin's going to be eating sushi with me at the reception. So please join us in 45 minutes or so, where we celebrate Marvin and all the graduates of the class of fall 2023.